Hi everyone, and welcome back to Understanding the Masculine with me and David Bruce Leonard here in London. And so in this video we want to talk about crisis and moving through crisis, which we can class as a concept under the healthy masculine. Also includes the healthy feminine. So this is a really important video for men and women to watch, especially men, in terms of we're not taught to move through a crisis and express our emotions very much, and also to help women to support each other to step through crisis in a more healthy way. It's a really important piece for everyone to listen to. So David, what is your thoughts on crisis and moving through it in all the different aspects of crisis we have in our lives, from death to losing a relationship or breaking up, all these things?
Yeah, my personal perspective on crisis, particularly around breakups and losing a partner, is that it can be an incredible gift. Because we spend, most of our lives, men and women, spend most of our lives up until we're in our 20s developing our personality structure, which always involves a certain piece of shadow. Mm-hmm. In order to survive in the world, we have to suppress a part of ourselves. That becomes what we call shadow, the part we don't want to look at. When we're in crisis, when somebody leaves us or abandons us or sometimes dies, that opens doors in us that it only open maybe 4 or 5 times in a lifetime. Mm. So when we're in crisis, it's really painful by definition, but it's also an incredible opportunity to do our work. Because if everything's going well in our lives, we don't have to do that deep inner self-confrontation, shadow work, that deep work. We can kind of flow with things rolling along. But when we're in crisis and we come unglued, I've been in crisis a number of times in my life, and it's been the most amazing and not easy and not pleasant, but the most nourishing parts of my life, because I got parts of myself back that I wouldn't have gotten back otherwise. Mm. So when in crisis, a door opens, and we can choose to step through that door or not. And that door is self-confrontation. What was our part in creating this crisis? What did we do to help co-create it? And so we're in crisis, life's coming apart, I'm standing in front of that door. I don't have to go through that door. I cannot go through that door. If I do go through that door, I get a part of myself back that's huge, for a man or a woman. But I know for me as a man, when I've been in crisis, I go through that door, I have the guts to go through that door, to face myself and to feel all that pain, to really feel it and not smother it away with, alcohol or more sex or more partners, but really feel that pain. That is an incredible gift because I integrate it. If I don't go through that door will shut. It'll shut. And it may be another, arguably, 10 to 20 years before that door opens again. So crisis is a really powerful opportunity to do our work. It's turbocharged. It's like a fast track to doing our work. And we need a good counselor, a good therapist, or good supportive friends to do that. But crisis can be awesome way to really improve our quality of life. Not that we want to bring it on purposely, but it happens to everybody.
I agree with you, and I just want to talk about support, because one of the biggest things for me in recent years is not only asking support in business, in creating this university, but support in crisis, and how maybe we can speak about men and women separately, maybe it's both, but how can we support each other in crisis mode in a healthy way?
Oftentimes it's either close friends or same gender friends that are going to be, close non-sexual friends or gender friends that are most helpful with that. I do work with Mankind Project. We have Mankind Project here, and they do really awesome work with that kind of thing, with men in crisis. Calling on men friends, but calling on men friends that are healthy. Men who actually know how to feel what they're feeling, that are familiar with that have been there and can be supportive. And sometimes just having a guy to talk to is huge. Who's
Because
there for
men
you.
have been shut away, haven't we? We've been taught to not express our emotions. So
Yeah.
we've got to, when we're going through a crisis as a man, we have to really be around people who are comfortable with feeling us.
Exactly.
And allowing us to feel.
And what I say is the medicine is in the pain. The medicine's inside the pain. So we need to be around men that know that, and that doesn't make us weak to feel our pain. It actually makes us strong and healthy. So being around healthy men, and then for women too, being around women friends when they're in crisis, that know that kind of pain and are supportive and recognize that this is not going to last forever. This is an opportunity for, like I said, turbocharged growth, and that's huge. And that support, therapists, and traditional cultures would do this with rites of passage and with changes in life. They would go into the dark, into the, to kivas and sweat lodges, and there was a lot of physical things that gets people to go into their shadow, go into their pain and feel it and transform it into something really rich and powerful in their lives.
And how important is dropping the story? Because as men and as women, we can get attached to this victim story. So
totally, right?
How do we drop that?
Well, that's what that door is. We can't walk through that door. Or when we do walk through that door, our story will disappear. Otherwise, we haven't walked through the door. And that's the self-confrontation piece. Yeah, it's huge. Because the story is something we created up until the point where we're about 20 years old. That's our strategy for surviving. But when we're in crisis, our old strategies don't work anymore. And we don't have any healthier new strategies to replace them with. So yeah, story is a really big piece. And that's more, again, self-confrontation and really owning our stuff, owning who we are, and seeing it as a really powerful part of being human. It's not a character flaw having shadow. It's just part of our humanity.
Yeah, and we can start. Doesn't mean we don't have a story anymore. It's just that victim story drops.
Exactly.
And you can start telling your story in a more empowered way.
Yeah, does your story serve you or not? Yeah, if our story serves us really in a healthy, holistic way, then yeah, our story is good.
Yeah.
But if it just keeps us small and out of touch, it's not good.
Yeah. So some really important points in this video. Anything final you wanted to add to this one?
No, just the importance of seeing crisis as not necessarily negative. Of course it's painful and it's awful, but it also can be a great gift. I think that's the take-home point from this.
So if you're going through any crisis in your life at the moment, or you've recently been through it, how can you reframe it, and how can you embrace it even more and ask for the support to step through it?
And how can you walk through that door?
Yeah. How can you walk through the door and find the gift to reclaim those parts of yourself that were lost? Then we'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching this one.